There is a common misconception that college is the only way to success. With this being said, many people are going to college to avoid failure, even if it is something that they really do not want to do. It has also created a bandwagon effect that causes people to go to college not because it is something they want to pursue, but it's because something everyone else is doing. Unfortunately, college does not lead all of us to fulfillment of success or happiness. Right now, I am a college student working towards my degree to be something called successful. Although I have ran into amazing professors like Professor Foster, I'm still finding myself more stressed and unhappy. In other words, I am running from my dream and into the standard that the world holds up for me. And it has left me feeling like I am wasting my money on something that I don't even really want to pursue. Knowing if college is the right path for you or not could not only save you thousands of dollars, but also loads of time. People quickly choose to go to college because they see people gain success from it. However, college is not for everyone, and in today's world, there are so many different paths to take that will lead to great success and happiness. With this being said, after analyzing the rise of technology and what truly makes people happy, college is not worth it anymore for many, many people. In this speech, I will first discuss the financial part of college. Then I will talk about the no-degree jobs, and I will finally move on to emphasize the payback of college. I will discuss these three things with you all to ultimately explain why college is not worth it anymore for most people. Firstly, I would like to discuss the financial burden that college brings upon every student. College costs a fortune and is a huge investment. On average, a public four-year university costs $1,100 and $584 over 4 years, including all the costs like tuition, housing, food, and transportation. Unfortunately, this is only considered for the 4 years in college, where most graduate within 6. This makes a huge difference in price as money accumulates over time. With this being said, most kids that go to college end up taking out loans to pay back in the future. These loans do have interest rates that make the initial price grow every year. However, they are typically the lowest you can find. Although financial aid does give a grace period for students to pay back these loans, they are not long at all, and quite frankly, not enough for many students. According to studentaid.gov, they share that they provided a 6-month grace period for students who drop to half-time, leave school, or graduate in order for them to get financially settled and find their repayment plan. Sadly, a lot of time, this is not enough for people who find a job after they graduate. Finding a job after attaining a college degree is a lot easier said than done. It is especially hard now with COVID. Those who just graduated within the past year are having a lot more difficult time getting a stable job that their degree lines up with. For instance, my cousin just graduated from UNC with a degree in criminology. She has been applying to jobs and reaching out to programs since she has graduated and has still not found a stable job herself. Or my mom, who has got her degree in child's education. It has been 15 years since she has still not found a good enough job for her. She has substituted here and there, but no teaching opportunities or anything. However, what they do still is have thousands of dollars in student loans that they spent on this education for themselves. Now that I have discussed the financial burden of college, I will now move on to discuss the difference between having a college degree and not attaining one. College students often think that they will be guaranteed a job when attaining a college degree. However, this is not true for many. In the newspaper article provided by Henry Madden Library, New Tool tells which college degrees pay off. Data shows nearly 70% of grads in Minnesota elect a full-time job after graduation. The author Adam Bells explains that of almost 30,000 people who graduated from Minnesota in college in 2011, nearly 70% did not have a full-time year-round job in their second year of graduation. Analyzing the stats listed, much over half the students that graduate with a college degree are unable to even find work. This emphasizes the myth that we will be secure and successful if we go through college, because obviously that is not true. Even while in college, it is very difficult to manage your own time between a job, education, and anything extra. Almost all full-time students are unable to maintain a full-time job. making them lose a potential income of almost $40,000 yearly. If students went straight into the workforce after college, not only will they be able to gain money over the 4 years while students in college are spending this money without a full-time job or job itself. Once these students get out of college, they are still spending money, job or not, on student loans they owe from college. Since we have now seen the difference of maintaining a degree or not, I will now discuss the slight chance that college can pay us back significantly. Many college students believe that college pays you back throughout time, and this can be true in some cases. For instance, a nursing major must go through the process of schooling and volunteering and much extra work before they get a secure job. However, they are typically guaranteed a job and get paid well enough to pay back student debt within 5 to 10 years. It just depends where their money's going. However, as college gets more expensive every year, the saying that college pays us back after time seems to be false for many more students every year. The article, The Escalating Cost of College, written by Anne Sobel, the author explains that annual tuition has doubled almost 3 times since 1980. Of course, there's always inflation to consider. However, the text goes on by saying it significantly outpaces inflation. With this being said, college was more worth it for our parents than it is now for us because it's cost significantly less when considering inflation. College is now a lot more difficult to pay back as our rate of income and cost of college grows at different rates. People who want to work in more essential and higher jobs areas like the hospital need a higher education to complete this goal, and they probably will spend a lot of money and time doing this. But for those going into school for degrees that aren't necessary for their career plan, this is when it gets worthless. Now that I have talked about how college can financially burden us, the main difference between having a degree and not, and even the refund of having a college degree, we can all conclude that college isn't for everyone. There are many pros and cons to every decision you make, and college is one of them. Going to college typically leads a person down a different path, whether that is good or bad. You can end up being a high-paid doctor, or you could end up being financially burdened and not making use of your degree at all. However, after weighing the pros and cons, it seems like in today's day and age, college is not a good decision for most and will not lead most to success. However, it is up to you to determine if it's worth thousands of dollars that are unlikely to be paid back or not. Thank you.